Lord gonna kick his ass out.
All right, we on.
All right, man. Hey, so first off, we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash.
Also, gonna give double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and honors to all you fellow laborers that are kicking His word in sincerity and in faith. Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Harakakwadash, Brakathum. To all of you sincere listeners, and death and destruction to you red Hebrew Edomites. In particular, you red Hebrew Amalekite Edomites, which the Spirit just had it that a red Hebrew Amalekite Edomite assaulted me, and myself and the brothers came to my defense as great brothers. And then he called the cops, and the cops ain't even come up, man. Oh, the cops cursed him out and said, well, look, you gotta go up to where you was at, man, where you said initially you were. And why did that happen? Because the so-called white privilege that you red Hebrew Edomites have enjoyed, that's out the window. And now it's just all-out judgment upon it. Because when you go on these news apps, who's being exposed on that? Who's the bad guys on those news apps? It's your red Hebrew Edomites. So everybody's seeing you for who you are. You're being revealed as the devil that the Bible speaks of. Oh, and it's so spiritual because the video got it. It showed that the red Hebrew Edomite pushed me. He assaulted me. All right, he attempted to assault the brother Yariah. He was on the phone recording, live streaming. And then I confronted him about his assault, and then he assaulted me.
Right.
And what happened? He got the self-defense.
Precept.
That's it. Man.
This is Genesis 27:41, and Esau hated Jacob.
Right, and Esau hates Jacob. That's what it really comes down to. This red Hebrew Edomite, because Esau's name was changed to what? Edom. Which means what? Red. Which is why we call you red Hebrew Edomites, because you're red, you are a Hebrew. Because you do descend back to Eber. All right, you come out of Abraham, you come out of Isaac. Because Isaac had who? Us and Esau. So that makes Esau what? A Hebrew. And you have actual Israelites that have a problem with that. Why y'all calling them red Hebrew Edomites? That's kind of too deep, brother. You can look, man, the Most High is going to remove you, man. He's going to remove your spirit from the earth, man.
Yeah, that's right.
He's going to remove your spirit from the earth because you're not in the right spirit.
Okay. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing.
And what's the blessing? That we will get all things just by us being us. Hey, because the red Hebrew Edomite, he has to go and conquer in wickedness people. He has to destroy them. He'd be raping children, destroying women's souls. Okay? Or he rips people off. He steals from them. He paints himself as the great men that he never was. What do? We just exist.
Right. Just
like our power, whose name is what? Yahweh. Which means what? He to be, he exists. So the blessing that we have is just by us existing, everything's going to fall into our lap. And guess what? That actually happens to us. Oh, well, I was with the Sauce Twins, the Ephraimite brothers, and we were going to go to Reno, Tahoe. Yeah, the spirit had it. We didn't go. And we stopped at a city in between Sacramento and Reno. And as soon as we went in there was a red Hebrew Edomite woman. She just came up worshiping us, asking us what we wanted. Super choosy. And the red Hebrew Edomites, they saw it, but all they could do was just sit back and hate from afar. What can they do? Did we go and put a gun to her head and say, look, bitch, give me your vagina? No. She came willingly because she saw the spirit in us.
Right.
And that's the blessing that we have. But go ahead, brother.
Yep. It says, and Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand.
Go ahead.
Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
Yeah, and that's what the red Hebrew Edomite who descends from Esau, that's what he's been doing ever since he got the opportunity to. Oh, like Cristobal Colon, who's known in history as Christopher Columbus, when he reached modern day Hispaniola, he said what? I couldn't put my sword down. I believe it was modern day Hispaniola or it was modern day Cuba. But I believe it was modern day
Hispaniola.
It was modern day Hispaniola. Which the countries that you acknowledge as Hispaniola today are the Dominican Republic and Haiti.
Okay.
You see? So the red Hebrew Edomite known as Cristobal Colon or Christopher Columbus, that's what he said. Because he got so turned up in the spirit that he could slay his brother Jacob. And that's why he couldn't put his sword down. That's the spirit of the red Hebrew Edomite. And the red Hebrew Edomite earlier, he attempted to slay me, his brother Jacob, yet his mischief fell upon his own head.
Well, when he seen that we were videotaping, what did he do? He tried to hit the camera. Why?
Hit the camera.
Because he seen that he hated us instantly.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he hated us. He hated us. Why? Because we were bringing out the truth. Because the Red Hebrew Edomite, he hates the truth. That's why he attempts to distort everything. That's why he has his media, which is set up to do what? Spread lies, disinformation, fake news. And this is the real news. This is the gospel.
Right.
This is the good news. Right. This is the good news, and he hates that. He hates good. He hates righteousness. He wants evil and wickedness to be proliferated.
Yep.
So he saw us, and instantly his spirit was against it. And so he recognized that we were Jacob, and he was a so-called Jew.
Yeah, it's all spiritual.
And it's all spiritual. Yeah, because that's the real battle. The so-called African-American man and the so-called Jew. Those are the leaders.
Right.
Jacob and Eels are the leaders of Jacob and Esau.
Kind.
You see?
Yep. Obadiah verse 10.
Right.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
And that's what's happening. Shame is covering the Red Hebrew Edomite. That's why that movie Avatar, afterwards, what happened to the Red Hebrew Edomite? In droves, they were committing suicide because shame was covering them. Shameful spewing is on their glory. That's a Habakkuk the second chapter. You can go ahead and get that, Brother Shemayim. And that's what's happening to the Red Hebrew Edomite, and he has so much guilt, and he can't hold it in. And instead of him just humbling down and saying, you know what, I'm sorry, his pride is kicking in. The pride of his heart, which has deceived him. So he's coming with pride, and he thinks that, look, this is the 50s and 60s. He can just do whatever he wants, and then paint us as the bad guy. Oh, like I've been saying in the spirit, when all else fails, what does the Red Hebrew Edomite and everybody that pertains unto him do? What do?
Blame niggas.
Blame niggas. And that's worked until now.
Yeah.
That's the spirit, because the spirit been having me say that. And tonight was a perfect example.
Right.
Oh, blame niggas. Oh, it was the niggas' fault. But guess what? It didn't work. All right, so he got the beats. He got spiritually destroyed, physically destroyed, and now he just has to deal with it. And why did it happen to him? Because of this scripture right here. Let's read that again, brother.
Yep. Obadiah verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
For the violence against your brother Jacob. Because you Red Hebrew Edomites, you're the violent ones. You like to paint us as the aggressors, the violent ones. We're actually peaceful. All right, these people in the world, when they refer to us, they refer to us as the nicest guys they ever met. Or the most gentlemanly men they've ever met. Literally. That's what they actually say. And these are people that are in high position of power. Oh, like they had that football game on earlier. AAFC, I think it is. That's the acronym. It's like a new football league. Well, the guy who started it, his name is Charlie Ebersol. He one of my clients. I was actually counseling the guy. Before it happened. You remember?
Yeah, gone.
Last May and June. And that guy's a complete bug out, man. Mosai gonna get rid of that guy. He's a Red Hebrew Edomite. So, what would he say about me though? Oh, great guy. Oh man, I love him. He really helped me out. Because his woman was pregnant. He was bugging out.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be training the guy, and then somebody would call concerning the league, and he'll be, oh man, there's so much. And I'd be like, I'll give him a pep talk.
Yeah, you resuscitate him.
I'll resuscitate him. Hey man, thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. So what you gotta spend? What you gotta say about us, man? You ain't got nothing to say. We're a love group.
Right.
You like to say we're the most hateful group in America. We're actually a love group.
Yep.
We're showing people love.
We're the most beloved group on the planet Earth.
That's right.
Because we're from the house of David. Simple. Obadiah verse 10.
Very simple breakdown. Go ahead, brother.
Obadiah verse 10.
You Jakes out there, you hate us, man.
Yeah.
And you Jakes, you're the ones who are actually keeping the Red Hebrew Edomite going. Because the Red Hebrew Edomite, he's done. But he has you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, who co-sign him. You see? So what's going to happen to you? You're going to get taken out of the way, right along with the Red Hebrew Edomite. All right, but go ahead, brother.
Yep, it says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
Shame is going to cover you, Red Hebrew Edomites. Shame. Go ahead. And that's what's happening right now. You're ashamed. You're ashamed of what you've done. The only thing you can do is prepare for slaughter. Saying Isaiah 14:21. We got it, brother.
And thou shalt be cut off forever.
Cut off forever, which means what? Extermination. And the 18th verse, if you didn't get it from this verse, the 18th verse further clarifies it.
Let's get it.
Let's just go ahead, brother.
Yep. Verse 18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame.
That's right. So the house of Jacob in this particular passage symbolizes the house of Judah, meaning so-called blacks, West Indians, and Haitians. Okay, because Jacob was a so-called black man. Really, he was a so-called Negro. In Isaiah, I believe that's the 48th chapter, it further goes into that. It further makes that point. It says that all the tribes come out of who? The waters of Judah. And it ain't no tribal stuff. This is just 144 facts.
Right.
These are just facts of life.
God.
All right?
That's right.
That's why everybody pertains unto Judah. Because ultimately everyone comes out of the waters of Judah. All right? Go ahead, brother.
And the house of Joseph a flame.
Right, the house of Joseph, which Joseph, when you go to Revelation, the 7th chapter, it doesn't say Ephraim.
Right.
It says Joseph. But then it also says Manasseh. Because Joseph's principal son was who? Ephraim.
Right.
All right? So the head of the northern kingdom is who? Ephraim. Okay, so when it talks about the house of Joseph, it's talking about really Ephraim. In Numbers, the 1st chapter, the 32nd verse, further explains that. You see?
Right.
So what are you going to say about this doctrine? Or where are we lying at? This is the truth. This is actually what's going to happen. And we're in the midst of this right now. We're actually fulfilling prophecy. Us going out there, telling that red Hebrew Edomite that he's the devil, that he's going into slavery, us defending ourselves against his wicked ways. That's prophecy, man. Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. And we wasn't doing nothing to the guy, man.
Right.
We're just bringing out the word, exercising our First Amendment right.
Just as Jacob has always been doing.
We're innocent,
Yeah.
and everybody's seeing it.
Yep.
Everybody's seeing it, and there's all types of videos coming out to document that. Like, yeah, man, the dude, he was just chilling. Then the red Hebrew Edomite rolled up, beat him up, placed drugs on him. This is coming out non-stop.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
Yeah, because we're not violent, because everybody sees us. Everybody knows what we do. We just preach the Bible. Just leave us alone. Let's preach the Bible.
Let's preach.
So if somebody, there's a confrontation, it's because somebody was antagonizing.
Yeah.
Okay?
And assaulted us. Really?
Yep.
We don't be assaulting people for no reason. Like, we don't assault people.
That's against the scriptures.
We exercise self-defense.
Right.
Yet, according to the scriptures, you can defend yourself.
Right.
You know?
Right? It's the scriptures speak about, if all possible, live peaceable with all men.
Yeah.
And that's what we try to exercise.
And we actually do that.
Yeah.
We actually do that. We live peaceably with Esau, Elam. We be all up in their house.
Yeah.
Cool, and they look at us like we're the best guys on earth.
Yeah.
Now, does that apply to you red Hebrew Edomites? Do people look at you as the best people on earth? No, they're looking at you like the scumbag, lowlife that you are. Of course, go ahead, brother.
It's Habakkuk 2 and 4.
Beautiful.
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Is not upright in him. The red Hebrew Edomite, the spirit that he has in him, is the spirit of the devil. It's not upright in him. And there's nothing you can do to convert the red Hebrew Edomite.
Nothing.
He's made to be the devil. Proverbs 16 and 4. The Lord has made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Okay, he's the wicked, which is the sword of the Most High. There's nothing you can do to save the red Hebrew Edomite. He's going to do what he does until he's exterminated, which we're going to go back into that.
Right.
Go ahead, Shemaiah, finish it off.
But the just shall live by his faith.
Right, the just is talking about the elect of the nation of Israel, and Yahweh Ratazah, we are the elect. And day by day is looking more and more like we are of the elect.
Right.
You know? And we don't say that in arrogance or anything like that. It's just true, man. Okay, so let's go back. Okay.
Yep. This is Obadiah.
And the Wadiyah Bashimashai.
The Wadiyah Bashimashai.
Go ahead, brother.
Obadiah 18.
What does Obadiah mean?
Humble servant.
Ibadiah.
Ibadiah.
Right, servant of Yahweh. Go ahead, brother.
Yep. Verse 18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
Right, the house of Esau for stubble. And we're looking at an Edomite right now. And she's totally out of her mind. She's totally through. She's destitute. Hey, the Wadiyah Bashimashai. Oh, and the spirit just had her. She looked at us with a long face, and she just gave us that look like I'm through. That sad puppy dog look.
Sorrow.
She got sorrow. Go ahead, brother.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them.
Bashimashai.
And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it.
There shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. So the Heavenly Father has pronounced judgment against the red Hebrew Edomite, who calls himself a white man, woman, and child. They're going to be totally exterminated. All right?